And welcome to Athletic Park in Wausau. It's a nicer night for baseball than yesterday. I'm Chris Conley. American Legion baseball underway tonight. The Wausau Bulldogs and the Marshfield Blue Devils. And that's the first pitch of the evening to Ben Dici. Strike one, and we're underway. We'll give you the Marshfield batting order in just a moment. Nate Wailert is the starting pitcher for the Bulldogs, and he's quickly ahead, 2 balls and no strikes. Pitch here, curve, and it hit him. So Wailert's ahead in the count 0-2, and then sends Ben down to first base. Ben Dici's playing left field and leading off. Karsten Jerschley's the second baseman batting second. Riley Bauman's in right field, he'll hit third. Logan Homolka's at third base, fourth. Nick Urban, the center fielder, will bat fifth. Jackson Ormond's at first base, sixth. Colton Schillinger will catch and will bat seventh. The DH hitting for the pitcher is Braden Schuller. And Brady Schmidt, the shortstop, will bat ninth. Again, for visiting Marshfield, Dici, Jerschley, Bauman, Homolka, Urban, Ormond, Schillinger, Schuller, and Schmidt. 1-0 pitch, looking to bunt. Pulls the bat back. Runner retreats to first base. That's the lineup facing Nate Wailert, right-hander who pitched for Wausau West. Cale Weisenberger will be starting today for Marshfield when the Blue Devils are in the field. Just underway, top of the first, coming home here, and that's outside. It's been years since I've done a game at Athletic Park. It turns out that this is a nice night, and, you know, the renovations over the years have made this kind of classic-looking ballpark even more pleasant for a game. There's a strike, 3-1. In the junior varsity game was tied 1-1 going to the bottom of the sixth when Wausau broke through for 4 runs. Bases loaded single with 2 outs, and then a single brought in 2 more. There's a walk, and Nate Wailert has allowed the first 2 batters he's faced to reach. Set the Wausau Bulldogs defense in just a moment. Wausau comes in 3-1. And Wausau's got some college players coming back to play Legion ball, so a little more heft in their lineup. Riley Bauman to hit here. Marshfield's got something going in the early going. Bauman's got that brace around his left foot as he hits from the right side. None out, first and second. First ball swinging, and that's a hit to left field. Got out to the left fielder so quickly that lead runner holds up at third base. But the first 3 Blue Devils are aboard. They've got the bases loaded with nobody out. Logan Homolka, lefty bat to take his turn here. So the first out for Nate Wailert's a little bit elusive. Coming home here, down low. The Wausau defense, Cole Osnes is in left. Wes Schneider's in second, and Wyatt Stahl is in right. 1-0 pitch. That's inside, 2-0. The infield Lane Yedis is the third baseman. Jesse Osnes at shortstop. Jacob Hammond is the second baseman, and Bryce Hiles at first. Ethan Graham catching. Wailert, that's fouled back to the screen. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. With the bases loaded and nobody out, Wausau plays the corners even with the bag. Shortstop and second base back at double play depth. Coming home at 2-1, and that's up high, 3-1. Homolka's the cleanup batter, and of course it's early in the game, so you may let him swing away, try and get yourself a couple of runs in. Or do you take and try and get a bases loaded walk? Now he's swinging. Fouls it back over the grandstand and out towards your friendly announcer Chris Conley's car, parked on the street right up the third base side. Count's full. That's down low, ball 4. The first 4 reach, and Wailert has walked in a run. Nick Urban to hit now. Older cousin Keith, I believe, will be playing at Country Fest later this year. No, not really. Bases are still loaded. There's an outside corner strike. Nobody out, so Marshfield has early opportunities here. Inside out swing to left center field. Left fielder is over and makes the catch. Runner tags at third and scores. You know what? Wausau should appeal this. I'm not sure if he left early or not. Let's see if the Bulldogs are alert enough to appeal over to third base and at least make the umpire rule on whether or not Gershelli left early. I don't think they are. And we will stand at 2-0. Yep, pitch to Ormond. Appeal is off now, and the pitch is up high. On the fly out to left, which will be scored a sacrifice and an RBI, the other runners did not advance. So one out, first and second, and that's hit through the left side. Again, not hard enough to score that lead runner. The bases are full with Blue Devils again. 2 runs now on 2 hits. Colton Schillinger to hit now. Marshfield's got 2 in, and the 2 that came around to score, a hit batter and a walk. Those little things always seem to come back and burn the pitchers here. There's strike 1. Yeah, Marshfield's got to be thinking a big inning here. The bases are full. There's only 1 out. Took something off, and that ball twists over the outside corner. No balls and 2 strikes. Waylard could really help himself with a strikeout to get out number 2. He's ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. And that's hit to the third baseman. Play is coming home, and they've got the force, and there's the out. Throw back to first is not in time. Schillinger reaches on a fielder's choice. Lane Yeatis came home and cut down the lead runner. Braden Schuler, the DH, hits for the pitcher, will take his turn. Boy, Marshfield had to be thinking more than 2 runs out of this. The bases are still full, and it's up to Schuler whether this is going to be a big early inning. He's first ball swinging, and the Bulldogs will get out of it with only 2 runs. Jacob Heyman sure-handed at second base. Marshfield sends 8 men to the plate. A hit batter and a walk both come around to score on 2 hits. Wausau's coming up. Marshfield leads 2-0. This is American Legion baseball.
Central Wisconsin Glass is Central Wisconsin's choice for your next new or remodeled shower and bathroom. The experts at Central Wisconsin Glass will effortlessly guide you through the design and installation process. Have the elegant and modern shower and bathroom you've been looking for. Call Central Wisconsin Glass at 715-387-8010. That's 715-387-8010. And Central Wisconsin Glass on Facebook for your residential, commercial, and vehicle glass needs.
Chili Implement, located just west of Marshfield in Chili, is your Kubota dealer in central Wisconsin. Big or small, Chili Implement has all the best equipment waiting for you. From farm tractors to lawn care, plus work and have fun in a Kubota side-by-side. Choose Chili Implement for your parts and service too. Chili Implement, open Monday through Saturday to serve you and 24/7 online at chiliimplement.com.
While Cale Weisenberger for Marshfield takes his warm-up pitches, let's set the Wausau Bulldogs lineup. Lane Yeatis plays third base and leads off. Ethan Graham, the catcher, bats second. Cole Osnes in left field hits third, and Bryce Heil, the first baseman, will hit fourth. Wes Schneider in center field fifth. Jesse Osnes, the Osnes brothers, are both in the starting lineup. Jesse will play shortstop and hit sixth. Gavin Steppert will DH for the pitcher Waylard and will bat seventh. Wyatt Stiles in right field, he'll hit eighth, and Jacob Hammond is the second baseman batting ninth. The Marshfield defense, Ben Deitchi's in left, Nick Urban's in center, and Riley Bauman is in right. The Blue Devils infield, Logan Homolka's at third, Brady Schmidt the shortstop. Karsten Jerschley is the second baseman, and Jackson Ormond's at first. Colton Schillinger catches, and Cale Weisenberger is ready to go, staked to a 2-0 lead before he's even thrown his first pitch. Baseball is brought to you by Fleet Farm. Fleet Farm's Countdown to Summer Sale. Save on everything from outdoor work and play, from lawn and garden tools, grilling and fishing gear. Save today, Fleet Farm, proudly serving the Midwest since 1955. Well, the weather today is 100 million times better than yesterday, and we've cooled down very nicely from that hot night in the 90s from Tuesday. Only complaint, it's windy today. Wind is blowing from left to right. First pitch from Weisenberger's outside, ball 1 to Lane Yeatis. That pitch is on the outside corner. Weisenberger moved it in just a tad and got the outside black to even the count at 1-1. Like all good minor league ballparks, there are train tracks just beyond the outfield wall. Fouls that one off the fist, 1-2. That is the darndest thing. You go all over the country from Albuquerque to Portland, Maine, and every minor league ballpark has trains just beyond the outfield wall. Ball and 2 strikes to Yeatis. Swing and a miss. Took something off, and Yeatis was out in front of it. Geared for the express and got the local. Here's Ethan Graham. Graham did most of the catching for Wausau West this year. And during the high school season, one of the most unusual things, he was a leadoff hitter. A catcher leading off, which you probably only see at the high school level. Q shots that one foul down the first base line, strike 1. I'm Chris Conley. Glad you're joining us for our Zaleski Sports coverage of American Legion Baseball. We've got a lot of Legion ball scheduled for June and July. Follow your favorite high school players during their exploits during the summer months. 0-1 pitch. It's up high around the shoulders, 1-1. This is such a nice early evening for the summer. Don't mind at all that the press box is closed and that we're calling this from the hospitality area up above. It's just too nice a night not to be outdoors. 2-1 here. Righty to righty. Checked his swing. Didn't go at a pitch that's outside, 3-1. Over the years, they've made so many nice improvements to Athletic Park in Wausau. This is the home of the Wausau Woodchucks in the Northwoods League. Hit him right off the batting's helmet. Ethan Graham will go down to first base. That was a cutter, not a fastball. Probably a good thing. Cole Osnes will hit. Yeah, I remember when I first came to Wausau. Now, this has been my adoptive hometown for 18 years now. When I first arrived for my radio station interview, I had a rental car and I was just driving around, just checking out the community. And I drove past Athletic Park in Wausau, and I drove past the Marathon Park Fairgrounds. Cole Osnes swings and misses, strike 1. So I'm looking at the fairgrounds, where the Wisconsin Valley Fair is each summer. And I'm seeing their grandstand, but I'm seeing it from the outside. Runners going here, hitting runs on, bounce to short. Only plays to first, going to have to hurry that over. Got him. Brady Schmidt gets the second out. And now they've got the runner going between first and third, and he's out. Marshfield makes the third out on the bases on a base running mistake, and the inning comes to an end. Beg your pardon, Wausau makes the base running mistake. Marshfield gets through the first inning without allowing a run. We'll go to the top of the second. Blue Devils 2, Bulldogs nothing on Zaleski Sports.
Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, has been a Central Wisconsin resident her entire life. That means she has the inside edge on knowing the landscape and what it takes to care for your real estate needs. Whether you're buying or selling, Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, is your friend and neighbor, ready to help.
I'm Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, with experience in residential and commercial real estate. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken of Marshfield has been voted Best Pizza in Marshfield 12 years in a row. With popular choices like broccoli bacon cheese, drunken chicken, or any of the 25 specialty pizzas, Scotty's is ready to earn your vote now at 715-384-8118. Choose Scotty's for pizza, chicken, subs, sandwiches, and more. Carry out, dine-in, and delivery. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715 384-8118.
I'm Chris Conley, and we go to the top of the second. Marshfield leading Wausau 2-0 in tonight's American Legion game from Athletic Park in Wausau. The best baseball stories extend from one half inning to the next. Wouldn't you agree? Right? Right? So when I first arrived in Wausau 18 years ago, I'm driving around and I see the back of the grandstand at Marathon Park over at Wausau's west side. And I think, that's the baseball stadium. Because if you really look at it, you could play baseball there. You could set up a baseball diamond, and the park grandstand would work just fine as a baseball field. Brady Schmidt is leading off. First two pitches to him were both strikes. Coming home here, fly ball. It's on the infield and playable. Third baseman Lane Yeatis calling, fights the wind, catching for the first out. So as I'm driving around, these are my first impressions of Wausau, Wisconsin. I think that's a pretty good minor league level baseball field, and it's not. It's used only for concerts at the fair. And then I drive to the other side of town and get my first look at where we are tonight at Athletic Park in Wausau. Back to the top of the order, Tomahawk to the shortstop, Osnes over to first, and Ben Dici is the second out. If you remember Athletic Park before it was renovated, Athletic Park's got the really neat stone masonry work that goes all the way around the perimeter of the field. That's nice. But the grandstand was protected from wind and rain down low to Jershely, ball one, by this aluminum siding. The aluminum siding was this ugly green. I'm not sure if you would call that janitorial green or inside of school bus green. Grounded out to short, Jershely bounces out into a 1-2-3 inning. So after a rocky first for Nate Wellert, no problems in the second. We'll go to the bottom of the second with Marshfield leading Wausau 2-0 on Zaleski Sports.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, nasonvilledairy.com.
When you want to win games, you look for an expert. Here's two-time national champion, Coach Jack Bennett.
I may know a few things about basketball, but I'm a rookie when it comes to vehicles. I trust the team at Sherrill Tire and Service Centers to call those shots. They're professionals. Remove the stress and anxiety of having your vehicle serviced or repaired.
Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Go with the winning team at Sherrill Tire and Service Centers.
Bottom of the second is on. Wausau ready to send 4, 5, and 6 in their batting order to the plate, trailing 2-0. I'm Chris Conley. So again, the first time I saw Athletic Park, it's got the ugly green siding, aluminum siding. And since the Wisconsin Woodchucks, now the Wausau Woodchucks, have just made a long-term commitment to play here, they've paid to renovate the ballpark. And all of the improvements, from 3 or 4 years ago, are all spectacular. Bryce Heil to lead off, and that's ball one down low from Cale Weisenberger. They've added a lot more hospitality areas. It's actually a third level up behind home plate. They are private suites, chopped off the plate foul, 1-1. So you've got tables if you want to host a group of 2 or 4, stadium-style seating behind home plate, and extended bleachers down the third base line. All of that's very nice, and that's all, woodchuck improvements to a public or municipal ballpark. Took something off that, and the curve stays inside. It's 2 balls and 1 strike to Bryce Heil. Fouled off. 2-2 now. Now, there was a time, we've just completed the state high school baseball championships. They're played over in Appleton now. Old timers tell you there was a time that the high school baseball championships were played here at the unrenovated Athletic Park. Swing and a miss. Weisenberger battles back and gets the strikeout, his second of the game. Wes Schneider to hit now. And you think, wow, I mean, if you're a community Wausau's size and you get to host a state high school championship every year, you do anything possible not to let that get away. And then in Appleton, they built a newer and bigger minor league stadium. And that's why the event went there instead of here. It's down low to Schneider, ball one. And of course here, there's not a lot of parking. This is in a residential neighborhood. Park out near the Little League field beyond the right field wall. Pitch was going to be down low and instead fouled off. Comfortable in the upper 70s today. It's going to get a little chilly tonight, but after tonight's ball game is done, it's going to drop down into the 50s. We were at 78 at first pitch. 1-1 is inside. You know, you're not going to believe it. With all the bad weather yesterday, the Woodchucks in the Northwoods League, they played last night. The bad weather moved out of here, and of course they've got a tarp to cover the infield here. So around 8 or 8:30, their game got underway. There's a strike, 2-2. Lost 1-0 to Green Bay. But I mean, 2 hours before first pitch, you'd say there's no way there's playing. You would wonder if the electricity was on here at the ballpark, and it was. 2-2, and a lot of tree damage. Got him with the hook, strike three. Weisenberger has used that off-speed pitch as his strikeout pitch to get the first and second out here in the second inning. Jesse Osnes to hit here. Funny how the American Legion teams just don't sync up always with the high school teams. Swing and a miss for Osnes, strike one. Marshfield's high school team this year was awful. I think they had only 2 or 3 wins the whole season. But then you get a couple of the private school kids and maybe a couple of the college kids who want to play ball, and suddenly your team looks different. Outside, 1-1. When I did one of the high school games on the radio over in Marshfield, one of the parents said something that I almost couldn't believe. I want to verify whether it's true or not. Down low, 2-1. That Marshfield doesn't have Little League baseball. A city that size, I mean, there are 10,000 people in Marshfield. Got to be enough kids to have a Little League. That almost defies logic. Down low there, it's 3 balls and 1 strike to Jesse Osnes. 2 outs and no one on. And if the kids are not playing Little League, when they're in the upper grade school levels, on to junior high, you just lose a lot of the fundamentals. Like you're playing catch-up when you get ready to play Babe Ruth or Junior Legion, or when you get into the high school freshman team. 2 outs, no one on, and now the count's full to Jesse Osnes. Swing and a miss. Weisenberger has struck out the side and has faced the minimum through 2 innings. We'll go to the top of the third. It's Marshfield 2, Wausau nothing on Zaleski Sports.
At Bauer & Fine Business Technologies in Marshfield, our company has been serving Central Wisconsin since 1955. We're still locally owned and believe strongly in supporting the communities that support us. If you're a current customer, thank you. If you're not a current customer, we'd love to work with you. Let's talk about copiers, printers, postage meters, and network services. Give us a call today at 800-288-2712 or visit our website at b-bt.com. Bauer & Fine Business Technologies. Better business together.
Hi, this is Van Patrick Oates from Rapids Awards and More. People ask, what is the more part of Awards and More? Well, that means that we're more than just an award store. We engrave glass, wood, plastic, guns, Yeti cups, medals, knives, and so much more. We're located on the web at awardsandmore.us. And if you're in the Wisconsin Rapids area, visit our physical store at 1210 Pepper Avenue or check us out on Facebook. Rapids Awards and More than just awards.
Marshfield's looking to build on a 2-0 lead as we go to the top of the third, and they've got the heart of their order, 3, 4, and 5 to hit. Riley Bauman to start us off, just inside, ball one. Again, we're talking about the possibility of no Little League in Marshfield. That's inside 2 balls, no strikes. I remember doing hockey games. Marshfield's hockey program at the high school was never very good because they didn't have JV hockey. So freshmen and sophomores get thrown in with the varsity, and that didn't work out so well. But the last couple of years, Marshfield has had enough kids to play JV hockey, and their hockey program overall has gotten so much better. There's a strike, and the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. I mean, when I did hockey, I was covering DC Everest sports. Inside corner, strike 3, and Riley Bauman is the first out here in the 3rd inning. I mean, DC Everest hockey used to always beat Marshfield. Those games were like non-competitive, like you'd pencil them in 2 wins on the schedule. But since Marshfield has started playing JV hockey, since they've been able to develop their players, well, then the juniors and seniors, when they're skating with the varsity, are suddenly a lot better, and Marshfield's been beating DC Everest. Here's Logan Homolka. Takes ball 1, and this is hit on the ground to second. Jacob Hammonds got it and throws him out. 2 up, 2 down. Nick Urban. Urban hit a line drive into left field. Bases were loaded, and that runner at third tagged up and scored. Brought in Marshfield's 2nd run. He hits here with nobody out. That's outside for a ball. Sun setting beyond the left field wall here at Athletic Park on a really, really nice Wisconsin night. Inside 2-0. Most of these Wausau kids are Wausau West high school players. Although Tom Magnuson, the coach, says he's got 6 college kids back this year. Up high 3-0. Marshfield's got a little mix of everyone. Some of these are Marshfield high school players. Taking it 3-0, and there's a strike. 2 outs and none on for Nick Urban. Checked his swing, he didn't go. That's ball 4. Wausau's coach Tom Magnuson is in his 40th year. 40 years of coaching American Legion. Now, Wausau has almost always combined the Wausau East and Wausau West and the Wausau Newman teams. Nick Urban, wow, Urban went down to first base like he thought that was ball 4. It was not. And there he is, called out on strikes. So called back to the batter's box, only to strike out. Bottom of the 3rd is coming up next. Marshfield 2, Wausau nothing on Zaleski Sports.
First things first with Mid-State Technical College. Dual credit programs earn you college credit in high school. Then choose a path that suits you. Use your skills to start your career or transfer to a university to continue your degree. Choose a new career. Transition easily and quickly by upgrading your skills. Or continue your education with dozens of classes to get you on your path. No matter your stage of the game, your first move is Mid-State Technical College.
I really got to understand what a nurse is. Do they focus on you? You know, do they make sure that you're comfortable? And, you know, that's what Shai has. It's the connection that he has, you know, my best interest in mind, always.
Why wait another day? Let's take the next step together towards a better life.
Cale Weisenberger, the starting pitcher for Marshfield, has faced the minimum, 6 batters. Hit one man back in the 1st inning and then got him to make an out on the bases. Baseball tonight is brought to you by Nicolay Construction. It's time to get back to work. Time to find a great job with great pay at Nicolay Construction. Nicolay of Marshfield is a well-established, family-owned business with a welcoming environment for you to be a part of today. Find year-round work, carpentry, concrete, steel, and excavation where you'll be home every night. Stop in and see Brad or Rob at Nicolay Construction. They're on East 29th Street in Marshfield to get started. Get back to work. Nicolay Construction. Gavin Steppert is the DH to lead off. Strike 1. Mikhail Weisenberger. I mean, he's not an imposing figure on the mound, but he's always around the strike zone. That fastball is pretty good. Bounced to short. Schmidt has it go off his glove. Probably scored an error, although you know what? Gavin Steppert was going to have a chance to beat that out, too. I bet in just a moment we'll be posting that E6. Indeed, we are. Wyatt Stahl to hit. So for the first time, the Bulldogs have the leadoff man aboard. Strike one right at the letters. You look around the outfield wall here at Athletic Park, and you can see the Wausau Woodchucks have done a good job selling their advertising. This ball is well hit to left center field. Big run, and it's in the gap, and it's going to go to the wall. Wausau is probably going to get themselves on the scoreboard. Nope, the stop sign goes up, and the lead runner holds at third base. Wyatt Stahl with a double, second and third now. So this is the bottom part of the Wausau batting order. Reaches on an error and then a long double. Jacob Hamann bats ninth. Marshfield plays in at first and third. No force in this situation, outside corner strike. So this is the first time that Weisenberger's been under a little stress. Let's see if he can pitch his way out of this. Still holding a 2-run lead, but Wausau's got the tying runs in scoring position. And that's away, 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, the one thing that I wonder about, that there is a big spot that just has plywood up on the outfield wall. That's in left center field. Like one of the advertisers didn't pay their bills and got their ad covered up. Or they just haven't sold it. Up high, 2 balls and a strike. The other kind of weird question, Channel 7. You know, Channel 7 television, their mascot is Sir 7. Guy dressed up in a knight in shining armor. Hit on the ground and through the left side. 1 run's going to come in, and that's all. The trail runner will hold there. RBI single for Jacob Hamann, 2-1. Still nobody out. So Sir 7 out in left field has his right hand with a baseball glove on it. That's above the home run line, above the fence line. So I wonder, what are the ground rules if you hit Sir 7's glove? His glove is part of the outfield wall, but is above the home run line. I would think home run. Bounced to second, maybe a double play ball. There's 1 at second base. The relay is not in time, and the run comes in. That's still a productive at-bat for Lane Yeatus. It ties the game 2-2. Wyatt Stahl came in from third base. Ball just not hit hard enough to turn that double play. 2 outs now. Just 1 man aboard, that's at first base. And here's Ethan Graham. Throw over to first base, back safely. In fact, also a little bit further in left center field is Woody Woodchuck, the mascot of the Wausau Woodchucks. He also, the head and the baseball hat that Woody is wearing, fly ball center. Going back is Nick Urban. Time to get under it, makes the catch. Well, Woody's head is also above the home run line. So I would think hit Woody's head, home run. Fly out to center field is the second out. Here's Cole Osnes. 0 for 1, grounded out his first time. One of these runs that Wausau has in is unearned because of that error at short. We're tied 2-2 now. Each team with a pair of hits. Ball 1 down low. Baseball is sponsored by Spectrum Benefit. Spectrum Benefit Solutions, with offices throughout central Wisconsin, your group benefits provider for health, dental, hit and runs on, foul back, Also, accident and life insurance. Spectrum Benefit Solutions works with hundreds of clients of all sizes to help you attract and retain the best employees. Find Spectrum Benefit Solutions on Facebook to get started. Ball and a strike to Cole Osnes with 2 outs. 1-1 pitch, fouled off into the park beyond the first base side. That's one of the other nice things here, one of the improvements, that they blocked off the street that had run along the first base side of the stands here, and they put a park in there. Now, when the Woodchucks play, they hoist up netting because sometimes foul balls will leave this ballpark, will go into the park. Runners going, hit and run, punched to the second baseman. No one's covering first. That's a hit. The inning continues. Off the bat, it looked like that ball was ticketed for shallow right field. Karsten Jerschele came over and made a play for it, but the first baseman, Jack Ormond, had also moved over to try and make a play. The inning continues, and there are runners at first and third. Wausau's got a chance to take the lead here. Cleanup batter, Bryce Heil. First ball swinging on a line, but it's right at the right fielder. Wow. Sounded great off the bat. You got to hit it where they ain't, and the inning comes to an end. Wausau gets 2, and the game is now tied. 3 innings complete. Marshfield 2, Wausau 2 on Zaleski Sports.
If you lose direction, you can grab my hand. I'll be the one behind you to say no. One man band. Just follow your dreams. Keep your promises.
We're all different, but we all want great health insurance. See why we're rated #1 in service, coverage, and affordability in Central Wisconsin.
Witness the difference of a Catholic education at Columbus Catholic Schools.
I think everyone should just know what makes this place special.
Come and see. That's just what the Lord always said, and put your toe in the water. They are great schools, and it's a good fit. I'd always want them to come and to just feel the goodness and the family atmosphere.
I invite everyone just to come in and see what it's about and to see if it might be right for them and their family.
We invite you to schedule a tour today.
Nice crowds out in Wausau to enjoy American Legion baseball tonight. I'm Chris Conley. We're tied 2-2 as we go to the top of the 4th. Marshfield sends Jackson Ormond, Colton Schillinger, and Brady Schuller to the plate. 6, 7, and 8 in their order to face Nate Wahlert. Whaler's first pitch is a strike. Wahlert kind of struggled through the first inning. Hit a batter, walked a batter, gave up 2 runs. Since then, he's retired 7 in a row. Lifted down the first base line, that's foul. Something else that's neat if you should come out to a Wausau Woodchucks game. Again, those are college players. That's what college players do once their college baseball season is over. They come and play for either Northwoods League teams or Cape Cod League teams. Cape Cod, of course, you get to spend a lot of time on the beach. But here, you get a more authentic minor league baseball experience. No balls and 2 strikes. That's kind of the pitch of the Northwoods League, that if you play college baseball and say you're drafted into Double or Triple A, you get an experience during a couple of the summer months of what that's like. Almost hit the pitcher. Shortstop's got a play and got him. So make that 8 in a row for Nate Wahlert. The Woodchucks have been owned by Mark McDonald. Of course, he's a wealthy man, you might imagine. One of the nice things I like about owner McDonald is when you come out to a Woodchucks game, he usually dresses in shorts and a t-shirt or shorts and a polo. First pitch is down low to Schillinger. You would not know that he's a wealthy man who owns the team. What does he usually do? He usually either takes tickets or sells programs. Like you would not know that the guy who sold you your scorecard for the Wausau Woodchucks game is the team owner. Down low, 2 balls and no strikes. And I get why he does it. Smacked foul just wide of third base, 2-1. I mean, just if you're focused on the fan experience, you want everyone to come out to your ballpark, watch your team, and have a really good time, you can hear all kinds of things about what's being said, what parents are saying, what kids are saying, what younger people, college age or teenagers are saying that's outside 3 and 1. If you just kind of are incognito and listen to what's going on. And Mark McDonald does that. I've always thought that's really, really neat. Just a nice, unassuming guy who happens to love baseball. It's down low, ball 4 to Colton Schillinger, so he goes down to first. First base runner that Marshfield has had since the first inning. We're in the top of the 4th now. Braden Schuller to hit. Throw over to first. Rudder kind of belly flopped and almost didn't get back to the bag. Still got his arm in there. He's safe. Coming home here, runners going. Fly ball. Runner's going to have to retreat. Center fielder Wes Schneider is over and makes the catch. Second out. Brady Schmidt. 0 for 1, popped out to third his first time up. My name's Chris Conley, normally the voice of the DC Everest Evergreens on the radio, but those broadcasts are transferring over to Zaleski Sports starting with the football season. Just got my schedule. I've got 2 more fill-in games next week. That's going to be fun. Runners going here, pitches high and away, throw down to second is 1-hopped, 2-hopped, and doesn't get far enough away from the bag to runner to advance any further than that. So in a 2-2 tie game with 2 outs, Marshfield gets a walk and now a stolen base to put that runner in scoring position. Yeah, next week I will see these Marshfield Blue Devils again when they play the Everest Legion team. That'll be on Wednesday. That's a makeup of a game that was rained out this week. Coming home at 2-0, outside 3-0. And then Everest plays Wisconsin Rapids over at Simon Field on Thursday. That's a week from today. So I'm on the mic for both of those. How about that? How I spent my summer vacation. Strike 3 and 1. Yeah, I mean, normally when the last out of the high school baseball season is played to when the high school football season kicks off, I mean, my play-by-play microphone is usually quiet. Ball 4. 2 outs, and there are runners at first and second, and Marshfield gets back to the top of the order. Ben Deach to hit. Need a hit to the outfield to put Marshfield back in the lead here. Was windy earlier. The flag in center field is dead calm now, which has made it a real pleasant evening. Sun is set below the tree lines. Lights will be taking effect soon at Athletic Park. Fouled back. We go through all those winter months for beautiful summer nights like this. You know, in other areas, they complain about how miserably hot it is during the summer. I wouldn't trade this for anything. Throw down to first. Almost got him. Just got under the tag. Wow. The throw was there in time to get a play on Brady Schmidt. But the throw was up a little bit high, and Schmidt got in underneath to just barely get back to first. Tie game, middle innings, can't be making outs on the bases. Fly ball to right center. Center fielder's over, makes the catch, and there's the third out. Wes Schneider has retired Ben Deachy, and the 4th inning is over. We'll go to the bottom of 4. Wausau 2, Marshfield 2 on Zaleski Sports.
For over 50 years, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield has served the area with the talent and expertise of big city dentistry with a hometown feel. With our multi-specialty staff and board-certified periodontist, orthodontist, and pediatric dentist, Dental Clinic of Marshfield has solutions for our patients of all ages from 1 to 100. We take pride in being in-network with an array of insurance companies to meet the needs of our community and our patients. No matter what your dental need, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield will be there for you.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, Check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
The Wausau Bulldogs put up 2 in the third, and now they'll be looking to take the lead in the bottom of the fourth. We're tied 2-2. Thursday night, American Legion baseball. Cale Weisenberger was scruffed up for all 3 of the hits that he's allowed in the last half inning. Now he'll face 5, 6, and 7 in the Bulldogs lineup. Wes Schneider, Jesse Osnes, and Gavin Steppert. American Legion season runs through the end of July. And then kids that are going back to high school to play football, well then heck, football camp starts the following week. You could potentially get 1 week off, that first week in August. Pitch was down low, but Schneider goes for it, costs him a strike. A 1. Off the dirt in front of the plate to short and bobbled, and Brady Schmidt boots that one, and Wes Schneider is aboard. Marshfield second error. Baseball tonight brought to you by H&S Manufacturing in Marshfield. They're hiring. If you're a hard-working individual, we need you. You want a solid company that offers top wages and a generous benefits package? Check out the open position at H&S. Benefits include health, dental, life, disability, 401k, cash bonuses. Runners going here, throw to second, safe. Gets into the outfield, going to try and go to third. Center fielder throws. There'll be a play. The throw's offline. A stolen base and a throwing error. Nobody out, and that go-ahead run is now down at third base. You'll get a $2 shift bonus and substantial vacation plan. You'll be earning vacation from your very first day with H&S Manufacturing. Looking for welders, painters, assemblers for first and second shift. You can apply online at H&S Manufacturing or log on to hsmfgco.com. hsmfgco.com. Pitch is high and away to Jesse Osnes. Marshfield's willing to give up a run here in order to get the out. Even in this tie game, 2-2. They play the shortstop and second baseman back. A ground ball would get a run in, and that's going to get the run in, you bet. Down the left field line, goes to the wall. Bulldogs take the lead on a Jesse Osnes double. It is an unearned run. That runner that came around was on base via an error. 3-2 Wausau. Gavin Steppert reached on an error. It's now 3 errors for Marshfield. That doesn't help the cause. 2 of them coming in this inning. Yeah, if there's such a thing as a double unearned run, the run that Wausau just got is that. This is hit to the right side and beyond the range of Karsten Jerschele. Wausau's going to score another run here. Gavin Steppert's single brings in Jesse Osnes, and it's 4-2. Yeah, I say that's a double unearned run because Wes Schneider got aboard on the shortstop's error. That's how he reached first base. He stole second, but he went to third on a wild throw from the catcher that went into the outfield. So he shouldn't have been on base at all, and then got a free pass over to third base on a throwing error. Still no one out. Wyatt Stahl swings and misses, strike 1. So what had been a 2-0 lead for Marshfield, the worm has turned here, and Wausau now leads 4-2. Outside. I guess for Cale Weisenberger, the pitcher, this has just been kind of an inconsistent performance. First 2 innings worked well. Had a stretch where he retired 8 in a row. Now gives up 2 runs in the third and 2 more here in the fourth. Outside corner strike, a ball and 2 strikes now. Wausau owns the hit column now 5-2. Just missed, 2-2. Yeah, Marshfield got their 2 runs in the first inning. Has been kind of quiet at the plate since then. 2-2 pitch. That is just foul down the right field line. Chalk did not fly up. After a double down the left field line that scooted all the way to the wall, that one would have been in the corner if it was just to the left by a foot or 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Got him. There's the elusive first out. Jacob Hammond singled and got himself an RBI first time up. Hits here with 1 out and a man on first. Fly ball to shallow right field. This is a long run. Right fielder's got it. 2 outs into the top of the order. Lane Yeatis will hit. You know, I think back to the summers that I spent in New York, where literally on 80 and 90 degree humid days, you can see the heat rising off the pavement. Nothing like that in Wisconsin. This is just so much more pleasant. I'm not sure if I'm willing to trade the winters in January and February, but boy, the summers, we don't brag about them enough. Off the plate, cue ball, fair ball, tough play, safe. Ball had a lot of English. Logan Homolka wasn't really going to have much of a chance to throw out Lane Yeatis. The inning continues. 2 outs, first and second. You know, I had a friend from college who was in business school. He was going to be a stock trader. In fact, what he wanted to do was to be one of the runners on the stock exchange floor. You know, the guy who actually processes the trades. This is down the right field line. It is hooking. It is foul. Long strike for Ethan Graham, who hits with 2 outs. And he took a job at the Chicago Mercantile Exchange instead of the New York Stock Exchange. He was a New Yorker like I was originally. I remember asking him, I said, you know, the New York Stock Exchange, that's more prestigious than the Mercantile Exchange in Chicago. This one's fouled off now down the third base line, 0-2. I guess, why did you pick one over the other if you had a choice of either? And he said on the New York Stock Exchange, even in the summer, you have to wear a collared shirt and a tie. He said, I'm having none of that in 90-degree weather in the summer. He said in Chicago on the Mercantile Exchange, collared shirt, tie optional during the summer. Grounder to short should end the inning. They'll get the force at second, and that'll do it. So on this just shirt sleeves kind of night, we're going to the top of the 5th. Wausau 4, Marshfield 2 on Zaleski Sports.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
R&R Flooring in Spencer is your place for the best in innovation and lowest pricing for your flooring project. New or remodel, tile, carpet, hardwood, ceramic, cork, you name it, R&R Flooring is ready for you today. R&R Flooring supports area programs like the broadcast you're watching and also supports area suppliers so you get great quality and pricing that fits your budget. Go to R&R Flooring today to see their showroom of flooring, furniture, mattresses, and custom-built showers. R&R Flooring in Spencer.
Top of the fifth is on. Marshfield ready to hit, trailing 4-2. Blue Devils have not had a hit since the first inning. Had some traffic on the bases via walk, and this is going to be a fifth inning of work for Nate Whalert. Karsten Jerschley to lead off for Marshfield, takes a strike. Game's been moving along pretty fast. What, we've only been at it? Yeah, this game's 57 minutes old. Here we are in the fifth inning. It's down low, 1-1. Yeah, you can tell later on tonight it's going to get a little cool. One pitch. Hit him. Karsten Jerschley goes down to first base. Riley Bauman is 1 for 2, a single and a strikeout. I know if you spin around the Zaleski Sports app, we've got other American Legion games here. That hit him. Back-to-back hit batters. And Marshfield has the tying runs on base. We've got other American Legion games that you can check out. So if your game is not exciting, you can join us over here. I see we have some Dairyland adult baseball games on the schedule too, for guys that just can't give it up and play softball. Logan Homolka got under that. Fly ball. Is this going to stay in the field of play? Foul ground and out of play. It's the one spot here at Athletic Field that I don't think that our camera gets a really good look at what's happening down that extreme left field line. And the correct answer was out of play. Wausau's got somebody throwing over in the bullpen, so this could be the last inning of work for Nate Whalert. He's hit the first two batters, and they're on first and second. 0-1 pitch. Inside, 1-1. You know, these teams seem about even. Back and forth we've gone. Marshfield led 2-0. Wausau came back tied at 2-2 with 2 runs in the third, and then added 2 runs in the fourth, but aided by a couple of errors. Everybody's back. Stay at 1 ball and 1 strike. Coming home. Hit to second, maybe a double play ball. There's one, and they didn't turn it fast enough. They get only the middle runner. And with 1 out, Marshfield will have first and third. Double steal is in play here, so Wausau's catcher, Ethan Graham, has to make sure the whole infield knows how they'd want to play a double steal situation. Do you throw down and try and get an out? Do you cut it off? Try and cut that runner down at third? Ground ball to the pitcher, and it gets under his glove, and there'll be no play at first. Run comes in, 4-3. Got to score that a hit. Posted immediately, the H flashes on the scoreboard. 4-3 ball game. Pitcher would have gotten at least 1 out if Whalert was able to get his glove down. Instead, first and second. Fly ball, out of play. Jackson Ormond hitting now. He's 1 for 2. So Wausau is missing a couple of outs in this inning, not helping themselves at all. Blue Devils are right back in this. Call, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, Whalert has got to try. If this is going to be his last inning of work, Wallert's got to try and leave this game with the lead. And that involves stranding these 2 runners. Off-speed pitch, bounce to the first baseman. Tricky hop gets off his glove. Everybody's safe. Well, that ball had a lot of English, but it's got to be handled by Bryce Heil. It's going to be an error. The bases are loaded. Yeah, that ball hit the ground, and you could see that it was spinning funny. Heil slapped his glove like he knew he should have had that. Marshfield trails by 1, so they're not quite over the hump yet, but they have the bases loaded with 1 out. Marshfield had the bases loaded with 1 out back in the first inning, got only 2 runs out of it. You'd think you're hoping for more. Colton Schillinger has reached in both of his at-bats, a fielder's choice and a walk. A chance to give us another lead change tonight here. Homolka's at third, Urban's at second, Ormond's at first. There's strike 1. The Wausau defense plays back at double play depth, except at first base, in even with the bag. Strike 2. Whaler took something off, found the inside corner. A strikeout would definitely help the cause here for Wausau. Swing and a miss. Got him. Pitcher wins that battle in a clutch spot with the bases loaded. Now it's up to Braden Schuller. I mean, here in these middle innings, this is a big spot in this ball game. Marshfield has battled back. They trail by just 1 run, 4-3. There are 2 outs. The bases are loaded. Will Marshfield keep the lead, or will Wausau hang on to that 1-run edge? Outside corner, strike 1. That may have been off the plate. That's a generous strike 1. Whoever was throwing in the Wausau bullpen is done, like they're ready to come in. It's a little bit high, a ball and a strike. So Nate Whaler's trying to work out of a jam for the Bulldogs. The lead's taken a haircut, 4-3, and the bases are full of Blue Devils. 1-1 pitch. Strike 2. Left-handed batter's not going to do much with that pitch. Painting the outside corner. Whalert is 1 pitch away from getting out of this. Coming home. Wow, that's a tough one to take. Just missed. 2-2. I guess a little high. Whalert looks in, trying to win this battle. Fouled back. And Braden Schuller will see another. Hit to the outfield probably brings in 2 and gives the lead back to Marshfield. But an out here leaves them 1 run short. 2-2 pitch. That's outside. Now wait a minute, the scoreboard had that at 2-2. That is ball 3. Where are you going, Braden? How could the batter in such a clutch spot not know the count? Dum-da-dum-dum-dum. It really is 3-2 now. With 2 outs, the runners will get a jump as Whalert comes home. Strike 3 called, and Marshfield leaves the bases loaded. The Blue Devils get 1 run in, but Wausau still has a 4-3 lead. To the bottom of the 5th when we come back on Zaleski Sports.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium, company-paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at Grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
Welcome back. Opportunities sure did knock for Marshfield, but they couldn't quite walk through the door. Wausau comes up here in the bottom of the fifth, leading 4-3. And here's Cole Osnes, 1 for 2 to lead off. Bases loaded. And Whalert, the Wausau pitcher, got strikeouts for the second and third out to bring the inning to the close. Ball and no strikes. Slow curve up high, 2-0. Cale Wiesenberger's mission here is to keep this a one-run game. Battling back and getting so close, you can't really fall further behind. Deep at short, bobbled. This is going to be a hit or an error. Leadoff man's aboard for Wausau. The scorekeeping jury has huddled and will assess an error to the shortstop Brady Schmidt there. That was all the way back in the hole. Schmidt was going to have to make a very strong throw to get an out. Bryce Heil will hit. Down low, off the plate, catcher can't find it. And again, there's the error and now a stolen base or a pass ball. Wild pitch. Wild pitch. Did we not say at the very beginning of this inning that what Marshfield can't do is fall further behind here? Then comes the error, then comes the wild pitch, and with nobody out, there's a runner down at second base, which will lead to this conference at the mound, and which will give me a moment to talk about Hawkins Ash CPAs, the certified public accounting firm that's big enough to serve you and small enough to care. Accounting professionals in the firm's Marshfield office provide local tax and accounting services and are backed with the resources and support of 9 other offices and 150 team members. Contact Hawkins Ash CPAs in Marshfield for all of your tax and accounting needs. Visit them online, Hawkins Ash, one word, hawkinsash.cpa to learn more. Bryce Heil is 0 for 2. Wausau looking to build on a 1-run lead here, and that's inside. Ball 1. Marshfield battled back to within 4-3. Up high. Scoreboard shows us at 3 balls and no strikes. I think that we're at 2 balls and no strikes. I was wrong about these once. It was in the 1970s. It was a long time ago. Line drive to the alley, to the wall in left center. That unearned run, that runner that was on via an error, comes around to score. Well hit ball by Bryce Heil. Chugs in with a double and gets himself an RBI. 5-3. Wausau's going to have the killer instinct. Bring in that run, stretch the lead out even longer in this spot. There's nobody out. Wes Schneider reached on an error. He's 0 for 2 today. Fouls that one back. Strike 1. No one's throwing in the Marshfield bullpen, but that doesn't mean anything here. The next pitcher may be someone who's playing the field right now. I don't think that Cale Weisenberger has that big a rope. This is a fly ball to right and playable. Caught. Runner's going to tag from second. Throw to third is offline. Safe. Pretty good throw there from Riley Bauman to make that a closer play than it otherwise would have been. One out. Man on third. Jesse Osnes doubled his last time up. He's 1 for 2. One of the Marshfield players is coming over to the dugout. What's this all about? Somebody get hurt? Catcher is now over and looking into the dugout. I think there's going to be a pitching change. No, someone got hurt. It's Logan Homolka. He's kind of cleaning himself up there. So now a 5-3 game. And with one out and a runner at third, I mean, the challenge for Marshfield, the tough spot that they put themselves in here, just with one out, there's a lot of ways to get that runner in. Ground ball to the left side, hit. Sacrifice fly to the outfield. Wild pitch, pass ball, or an error. Yeah, it's a lot of different ways to do it. Jesse Osnes is ready to go. And Marshfield plays the infield in. So they're trying to cut down this runner at third base, not wanting to fall further behind here in the bottom of the fifth. 5-3. First ball swing, and there it is. Hit right past the drawn-in infield to left field. RBI for Jesse Osnes. Takes the first pitch that he sees, and he's got a 2 for 3 afternoon. 6-3. Kind of frustrating for Marshfield. You get within one run and promptly give 2 of them back. Gavin Steppert to hit. Throw over to first, runners back. Got to think that Cale Weisenberger's pitch count is up, that this is probably going to be the end of the inning, end of his night, if he gets through it. Home. Well hit ball again. This is towards left center field. It's in the gap. It's to the wall. This is going to bring another run all the way around. A double. Kind of feels like the wheels have come off here. So Steppert scores Osnes 7-3. 4 extra base hits for the Wausau Bulldogs in tonight's game. A lot of them nicely struck line drives. Gotten a couple of gappers here. Wyatt Stahl had a double his first time up. He's 1 for 2. Outside. Bulldogs now have 9 hits. More importantly, 7 runs. This got to within a 1-run game, and Wausau has just reestablished. 1-1 now. Fly ball. Maybe room down the third base line over to the fence. Got room for a play there? No. Yes. Second out. 2 down now for Jacob Hamann. Tough play over there up against the fence for Logan Homolka. Hamann is 1 for 2, a single and a fly out. Trying to pick up a runner at second base. Up high, ball 1. Yeah, this 4-run lead that Wausau enjoys right now is the biggest of the game. And a hit would probably add to it. Outside, 2-0. Yeah, with more action in the Marshfield bullpen, I get the feeling that Cale Weisenberger is either going to get this third out right here, or I bet he's going to be lifted for a pinch hitter. Outside, 3-0. Top of the Wausau batting order would come up if Hamann reaches here. 3-0 pitch. Strike. Weisenberger is pitching like he doesn't want to come inside to the left-handed Hamann. Trying to nibble on that outside corner. 3-1 with 2 outs. Ball is hit to right center field. It is in the gap. Another extra base hit for the Bulldogs. Hamann's got a double and another run comes in. Let's see if indeed there's going to be a pitching change here or not. No, they're going to let Weisenberger try and work out of this now 4-run 5th inning. Lane Yeatis, 1 for 3. 8-3 now. Just having trouble getting to that third out. Hit down the third base line. That's a nice diving play. And the throw to first is wild. And a run will come in. A great stop by Homolka to keep that from going into the outfield. Then a bad throw. 9-3. I mean, it's such a good play that he stopped it and then gets assessed an error on the throw. Ethan Graham is the 9th Bulldog to hit this inning. 0 for 2 was hit by a pitch. 5 runs in, 9-3. Strike 1? No, a little high. Weisenberger can't even get a break there on what's become a blowout game. Inside out swing, shallow right field, and nothing's going right now for Marshfield. Drops in, first and third. And you know what? That's a throwing error that's not handled there, and the runner takes an extra base on it. So Graham gets a single. Yeatis moves all the way over to third base, and Graham gets an extra base on that throw that missed the cutoff man. It's a 5th error on Marshfield, and now the pitching change will come. Cale Weisenberger, who had 9 batters come up against him in this inning, has been lifted. Cody Donahue is on in relief. Yeah, you know, Weisenberger cruised through the early part of the innings. 2 runs in the 3rd, 2 runs in the 4th, and 5 here in the 5th. Works 4 2/3 innings. And is still responsible for 1 runner left on base. The Bulldogs now have 12 hits tonight. Well, you know what? I'm counting up my scorecard. Scoreboard has them for 12. No, I don't have that. 10. $11. Donahue's a lefty, taking his warm-up tosses now. It'll take us the time between innings to tally up the full line for Cale Weisenberger. Weisenberger struck out the side back in the second innings. I mean, very much an up and down game for him. Had some innings where he looked like he was just cruising along, and then others not so much. Cole Osnes started off this inning when he reached on an error. Down low, ball one. It's way up high, 2 balls and no strikes. Runner at second in what's become a 9-3 game. 5 runs in this inning for the Bulldogs, and that's up high, too. I mean, in a blowout game with 2 outs, what are you looking for? You're looking for someone to come in relief and throw strikes. And Donahue's first 3 have been out of the strike zone. And aimed that one and winds up walking Cole Osnes. You know what? Weisenberger didn't walk anyone. And Cody Donahue walks the very first man that he faces. Bryce Heil doubled and got what looked like an insurance run in a 1-run game. Game looks a little bit different right now. We're still in that same inning. Bottom of the 5th. Down low, so the first 5 pitches from Donahue out of the strike zone. And that smack to left field. The inning continues. Another run's going to score. Play over to third base, offline. Bryce Heil's got 2 hits in the inning, and it's 10-3. Wes Schneider to hit now. Yes, 7 runs in this inning, 11-3. Outside. So, I mean, the one strike that Donahue throws gets smacked on a line to left field. This is a fly ball to center, should end the inning. Coming in, center fielder makes the catch. So there is the third out. Wausau gets 7 runs in. This was a 1-run game when the bottom of the 5th started, and our new score is 11-3 on Zaleski Sports.
I had an employee at once ask me to prioritize family, faith, and business, and I put them in that order in particular. For each one of our employees, it's family first. You do what is best for you and your family. Then the rest of it will take care of itself. It's about making sure you make the best decisions for you and your family.
Bad news. Winter is just around the corner. Good news. Custom Heating of Neilsville and Marshfield will help you stay warm. With 0% interest up to 60 months in qualified purchases, Custom Heating is your complete heating and AC sales and service company. Serving the entire area with preventative maintenance on all brands, both commercial and residential. Custom Heating is your root dealer and has the best warranties in the industry. Let Tim, Clarissa, Christy, Larry, Mark, Harry, Jason, and Robert help you today. With 25 years of service, Custom Heating and Cooling. We put the custom in customer.
Well, it looks like the big inning may have done Marshfield in tonight. Still have 6 outs to work with. We're going to the top of the 6th, but they're now trailing 11-3. Marshfield didn't get as much out of their 5th inning as they needed to. Could have made the game look a lot different. We're now in the 6th, and in the 5th it was 4-2. Marshfield got a run in 4-3, and then with the bases loaded, The second and third outs both came via strikeout. Here's Brady Schmidt, first ball swinging, fouls off. It's another inning of work for Nate Wallert. Give you Cole Weissenberger's line in just a moment. Swing way out in front of that. No balls, 2 strikes. One and two now. Reached out in front of that and just got a piece. Yeah, the starter for Marshfield, Kay Weissenberger, worked 4 2/3 innings, gave up 11 hits. Of the 11 runs that he allowed, only 6 were earned. Number 5 errors committed behind him. Struck out 5, walked none, hit a batter. 2 and 2 here for Nate Wallert. Wallert stands to be the winning pitcher for the Bulldogs. And Wausau will improve to 4 and 1 on the season. That one's fouled off, 2 and 2. Swing and a miss, way out in front of it. And Wallert's got another strikeout. He's got 5 strikeouts, too, against 2 walks. Top of the Marshfield order, Ben Deach will hit. Ben is 0 for 2. Up high. Yeah, this game looked a lot different earlier on than it did right now. I mean, Marshfield got 2 runs in the first inning, had a 2-0 lead. Hit to short, slow roller, going to have to hurry this one down low, not picked up. Jesse Ostness knew that he was going to have to hustle to get that ball over. Scored an error. Not sure if I agree with that. I mean, that's a slow rolling ball. You have to hustle that throw over, and it would have been a bang-bang play over at first base. People who know when I'm the official scorer for a game, I am kind of heart and generous of spirit. So I give out hits instead of errors. Well hit ball, got under it though. It's going to hang up in center field. Wes Schneider makes the catch. There's the second out. Looked and sounded good off the bat. Under it a little bit. 2 down, man at first for Riley Bauman. Bauman, ouch, hit by a pitch his last time up. 1 for 2. A little bit low. Marshfield's got some fans that have made the trip over. Hear them cheering for the Blue Devils. Checked his swing and laid off a pitch that's low in the dirt, 2-0. What is now an 11-3 ball game. Marshfield had the 2-0 lead early. Game was tied 2-2. Wausau went up 4-2, and then the big inning, 7 runs in the bottom of the 5th. 11-3 now. 3-0 pitch. Smacked, hard, foul. Three balls and a strike. Again, Whalert, Wausau pitcher, working here in his 6th inning. Should have all kinds of confidence. Just a matter of throwing strikes now because the lead sure seems safe. A little bit high. Don't want the walks. There it is. 2 outs and 2 on. And that's our Tom Magnuson, who's making the slow walk out to the pitcher's mound. And a pitching change is coming. This is just a matter of Wallert getting near the end of his pitch count. I mean, the game certainly doesn't seem to be at a lot of risk at this stage. Instead, pitching change coming. So Wallert works 5 2/3 innings and stands to be the winning pitcher tonight. Again, our scoreboard is all flummoxed here. They say that Wallert gave up 5 hits. No, I'm reviewing my scorecard. Wallert allowed only 3 hits. 3 runs and is responsible for the 2 that are on base. Wallert did hit 3 batters. Noah Stroming, a Wausau East kid, comes on to pitch. All right, Stroming's ready to go, and he's greeted with a line drive, caught it short. 1 pitch, and the inning comes to an end. Jesse Osnes makes the play. Marshfield does not score. We're going to the bottom of the 6th. Wausau leads 11-3 on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, this is Jason from Northside Computers. Is your computer playing games with you?
This shot decides the game. For the win.
Stay out of the penalty box and keep your computer in check. Northside Computers, Marshfield. Is your computer frozen? Don't be like that guy. Bring it to us. We fix frozen computers every day. Northside Computers, Marshfield. We're here to help.
Little Sprouts is now open in Rudolph with the same great childcare you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children stay, their 4K children to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggle worms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Cody Donahue is out to work the bottom of the 6th. The Wausau Bulldogs hitting and leading 11-3 over the Marshfield Blue Devils. I'm Chris Conley. Jesse Osnes, who handled a line drive for the 3rd out in the last half inning, will lead off. Well, Osnes was going to hit. Pinch hitter here. Ethan Elke comes on to pinch hit in the Osnes spot. Left-handed pitcher to right-handed batting Elke. Strike 1. Got to see Cody Donahue, the left-hander, pitch during the high school season. He was also in a mop-up role in that game. Grounder to third, and Elke off the bench has himself a leadoff single. Right by the diving shortstop Brady Schmidt. Noah Stroming on to pitch. Will hit for himself in this spot. First ball swinging, it's popped up. Shallow, just foul. Stroming, if memory served, played a lot of sports for Wausau East. I know he played basketball, was one of their better basketball players. Football, too. Of course, the Wausau East football program has had all kinds of problems. Not enough kids coming out. Played 8-man instead for a couple of years. Wants to get back to the full rostered, full football schedule, but I don't think that's coming this fall. Outside to Stroming, a ball and a strike. Fly ball on the infield. Shortstop calling and catching. Brady Schmidt has retired. Noah Stroming for the first out. Another pinch hitter coming up. Dylan Ackerman. Lefty to lefty, up high, ball one. Again, this is not a pressure spot here for Donahue, but he's got to realize you got a challenge when you're a left-handed pitcher and you're facing a left-handed batter. Pitcher's got all the advantages in this spot. And instead it's down low. He's behind in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. I mean, this really is a situation where you just want to throw strikes. No free passes. Don't make a bad situation worse at 11-3. 2-1 now. The Wausau Bulldogs team has so many rainouts to make up that I believe they're going to play either 12 or 13 days in a row. Slow rolling cue shot to second, and no one's covering first base. Jackson Ormond, the first baseman, came off the bag like he was going to try and play for the ball. Pitcher didn't get over, first baseman didn't get back, and that's a hit. The softest hit ball of the night. First and second now. Only one out. Another pinch hitter coming up here. Evan Gratt took a strike there. Strike 2 at the knees. Evans got to remember, as the hour grows late in an 11-3 game, the strike zone's going to be a little big here. Swing to protect. Well, that one's too far outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And that's just human nature. 8-run ball game here. Can't have the bat on your shoulder in this spot. 1-2 pitch. And this is down the first base side. It's foul. Stay at 1-2. I know that while I won't be calling a game until next Wednesday, I've got some dairy breakfast to go to. Breakfast with the cows. June is June Dairy Month. Outside 2-2. So on Saturday morning, I've got a date over in Langlade County for the Antigo Dairy Breakfast. Better not rain. Yeah, the dairy breakfasts are fun when the weather's nice. Up high, 3-2. Not so much when it's muddy and damp. 1 out. Wausau's got runners on first and second and an 11-3 lead. Down low, ball 4. To the top of the order, Lane Yeatis will hit for a 5th time in the game. 1 for 4. Again, a lefty versus lefty matchup. Popped up, foul territory. Is there a play? No, up on the dugout. We should also note, in this 11-3 game, the 10-run rule could come into play here. In fact, a hit to the outfield. The bases are loaded here. A hit could bring in 2 runs. And if we get to 13-3, the ball game comes to an early end. 0-1 pitch, down low. And there are only 1 out, so the Bulldogs have a chance. Next 2 batters could get 2 runs in and bring us to an end in the 6th instead of the 7th inning. 1-1 pitch, low here, 2-1. This game sure didn't seem like there were 10-run possibilities till that 7-run 5th inning. A little bit high. 3 balls and 1 strike. And Cody Donahue's in danger of walking a run in. and that is outside. A run does come in via a walk. Still only one out. And now it's 12-3. And if that runner at third comes around to score, that would indeed wrap up our ball game for tonight. Ethan Graham, 1 for 3, a hit, and was hit by a pitch. Marshfield plays the infield in. A high strike. Remember we said how the strike zone gets bigger? That was not a strike. Only it is. That's way outside, 1-1. Again, a walk, hit, wild pitch, anything that brings that runner into third would give Wausau a 10-run lead and would bring the ball game to an end. Playing the bottom of the 6th. 2 balls, 1 strike. Wausau with 2 hits, 2 more walks, and there's an checked his swing. Up high, 3-1. So a ball here would bring in the 10th run. 3-1 pitch. And that is a fly ball to right field. The runner's going to tag and score, and that is going to bring the ball game to a close. Tagging, scoring, 13-3 ball game. Sacrifice fly for Ethan Graham to right field. And our final score is Wausau 13, Marshfield 3. The game ends in the bottom of the 6th on the 10-run rule. Up next, our post-game show brought to you by Nasonville Dairy. Fresh cheese curds made daily. Get you cheese curds, Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, or online, NasonvilleDairy.com. Be back to recap after these messages on Zaleski Sports.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only in central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
It's our Nasonville Dairy postgame show from Athletic Park in Wausau. Marshfield falls to Wausau in tonight's American Legion game 13-3, a game that ended on the 10-run rule in the bottom of the 6th inning. I'm Chris Conley. Marshfield had a 2-0 lead, had the bases loaded in the first inning, got 2 runs in, but still full with only 1 out. He really needed to get more out of that situation. Wausau took the lead 4-2, and Marshfield got a run back, making it a 4-3 ball game in the top of the 4th inning. But Marshfield would also leave the bases loaded there, and then it was the big inning that did in the Blue Devils. Wausau got 7 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning and never looked back. And then 10-run the Blue Devils, getting 2 more runs in the 6th inning, making our final score 13-3. Cale Weisenberger gave up 11 of the 13 runs, but only 6 were earned. He struck out 5, walked none, and is the losing pitcher. Nate Wallard worked 5 2/3 innings for Wausau. Gave up 3 runs, both were earned. Hit 3 batters, but he's still the winning pitcher today. Our final line score, the Wausau Bulldogs from post 10, 13 runs on 13 hits. They committed 2 errors and left 7 aboard. Marshfield Blue Devils, 3 runs on 3 hits. They did commit 6 errors, and twice in the ball game left the bases loaded, leaving 8 total runners stranded. Again, repeating our final score from Athletic Park in Wausau, it's Wausau 13, Marshfield 3 in our Thursday night American Legion baseball coverage. That's going to do it. I'm Chris Conley. Thank you for watching and listening on Zaleski Sports. Good night, everybody.